Okay, here we go. So one more thing, or actually two more things about trumping losers. We're going to first look at when you have a 4-4 fit. Now if you remember yesterday, we looked at a 5-3 fit, or just any time one of the hands has more trumps than the other hand. Again, remember that north is always dummy and south is always declarer when I'm doing these. Our contract is still 4 spades. The opening lead is still the king of hearts, but you can see the hand's changed a little. Now if you want to, you can pause the video right now and get your deck of cards and lay this hand out and kind of follow along as we go, if that makes it easier for you. Some people are fine with something up like this, and some people really need cards on the table in order to kind of grasp the concepts. So whichever one that works for you. That's one good thing about having it videotaped, is that you can pause and lay the cards out if that's the best way for you to learn. Okay, so here we go. This time, let's count our winners. We have 4 spade winners. We have the ace, king, queen, and the south hand, and we have 8 spades between our 2 hands. We expect the spades to break 3 in one hand, 2 in the other. So our ace, king, and queen will pull all the trumps out of our opponent's hand, and our little 3 will be a winner. We have the ace of hearts, so that's 5, and the ace and king of diamonds, 6, 7, and the ace of clubs, which would give us 8 winners. How are we going to create extra tricks this time? Well, if you want to create extra tricks when you hold a 4-4 fit, you have to trump at least twice in one of the hands. You know, once the ace, king, queen are gone, we'll have 1 spade left in north and 1 spade left in south, and the opponents won't have any spades. So you're actually thinking, well, when those 3, and I'm not going to play my 3 and play the 6. I'm not going to play those 2 trumps together. They don't have any more. I want to take those trumps separately by trumping. So we kind of expect when we have a 4-4 fit that we'll be able to take those last 2 trumps separately instead of them falling together. If we want to create extra tricks when we have a 4-4 fit, then we have to trump at least twice in one of the hands. And here we have 2 choices. We could trump our hearts, right? Or we could trump our clubs. So how do we choose which way to do it? Well, we can trump one heart with the 3 of spades, right? But what happens if we play a second heart and we try and trump? Now we have to trump with the queen of spades. And once we trump with the queen of spades, what happens? We can't take all of the opponent's trumps anymore. So if you have a choice between trumping with little tiny trumps or some of your big trumps, choose the little tiny ones. So we're going to try and trump clubs. Let's see how that goes. Alrighty. Excuse me. Wow, flipped once too big. Alright, or once too far, excuse me. So here we go. What we do is we win our ace of hearts, and then we would play the 4 of clubs to the ace. Right? Now we lead the 5 of clubs and trump with the 2 of spades. That'll work. We'll get the 2 and the 3 from this hand, the 7 and the 8 there. We can even use a spade now, our 4 of spades, to go back to south with the ace of spades if we like. Or we can come back to the south hand with a low diamond. Personally, I'd probably come back with a low diamond. Now we'll lead the 9 of clubs. They'll play the 10, we'll trump with the 4, and they'll play the 6. Now I'm going to play the 8 of diamonds to my big diamond, my king. Oh look, I got the queen. That was pretty tasty, wasn't it? And I'll play the jack of clubs. They'll play the king. I'll get to trump with my 5 of spades. Wow, I got to trump 3 times. I took a trick with the 2 of spades, the 4 of spades, and the 5 of spades. Now I don't have any other clubs that I need to trump, and no other losers that I can lead from the south hand and trump with that 6 of spades. So I'll play the 6 of spades to my ace, and now the king of spades, and discard one of those little hearts. And now the queen of spades, taking the last trump out of the west hand, discard another little heart. And guess what? The queen of diamonds fell underneath the king, right? So I can play my 2 of diamonds to my jack, which will capture the 10. And now my 9 of diamonds will be a winner as well. Guess what? I took the ace, the king, the queen, and 4 spades in the south hand. I got to trump with the 2 of spades, the 4 of spades, and the 5 of spades. I won the ace of clubs. I won the ace of diamonds and the king of diamonds. And look, I've run out of fingers. And I took a trick with the jack of diamonds and the 9. That's just terrific. So I took 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I took 13 tricks. I took all of the tricks by trumping those 3 club losers that I had in my hand with the 2, the 4, and the 5 of spades in the north hand. Now, what would have happened if I had pulled trumps? What would have happened if before I trumped those clubs, I just played my ace, king, queen of spades? I'd only have 1 spade left. I would only have gotten to trump 1 of my clubs. Right? So I had to do it before I pulled trumps. The last one we're going to look at is a cross trump. A cross trump, the thing that you want to kind of look for is shortness in both hands. And we had that over here, but when we had to trump, we were going to be trumping with those big trumps, and we didn't want to do that. So here you want to have a shortness in both hands, and we do. We have the 7 of hearts in one and the 4 of clubs in the other. And one of the first things we always do is what? We want to count our tricks. So we have 4 spades, a heart is 5, a diamond is 6, a club is 7. Wow, we don't have very many trumps, very many tricks at all, do we? And yes, if we trump these hearts, we're having to trump with our big spades, right? And when we trump clubs, we're trumping with other big spades. But what we're trying to do is we want to take all of our trumps separately. Okay, you ready? Here we go. If you haven't already paused your video, do it now and lay these cards out so that you can follow. And I'll go slowly, okay, but I want to show you how this works. Okay, so lay your cards out, pause the video, turn it back on when you've got them all done. So here we go. They led the king of hearts, we win the ace. We're going to lead the 4 of clubs, win our ace, play the 2 of clubs, and trump with the 2 of spades. Now we're going to play the 2 of hearts and trump with the 3 of spades. The 5 of clubs, trump with the 9. A diamond to our ace of diamonds. Lead our 9 of clubs and trump with the 10 of spades. Lead a low heart and trump with the queen of spades. Play the jack of clubs and trump with the jack of spades. And now lead a heart, trump with the king of spades. We'll get our ace of spades and our ace of diamonds. We'll actually end up losing 2 diamonds at the end. We have to, right? We didn't have any good diamonds. but we trumped all 4 of these clubs with these 4 spades, and we trumped our hearts to get back to our hand to leave clubs again. Okay? So there we go. We'll take 4 spades in the south hand and 4 spades in the north hand, the ace of hearts, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of clubs. 11 tricks. I love it when a plan comes together. See you tomorrow.